Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new episode of H&R Movie Talk. We are your hosts, HB Gibson, along with
RT Mac, and we're finally doing the Zootopia episode.
Finally, yes. This is my second time seeing Zootopia. I actually was able to actually watch it in its entirety, and I'm gonna tell you something. It's one of those films that like everybody else saw and you didn't see, and you're like, whoa, that was good.
So Zootopia, a lot of people, I'm hoping you caught this, really teaches you, about the dangers of prejudice, teaches you to be tolerant towards people who are different.
Right.
And it stars a female rabbit named Judy Hopps.
Judy Hopps, that was great.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Her one dream is to be a police officer.
Yep.
Very common goal, very noble. Unfortunately, she has to deal with the fact that she would be the first rabbit because there's never been a rabbit as a part of the police force. Exactly.
That pretty much lines up to a lot of firsts through the years when you have, like the first, like my uncle was the first African American mayor on the East Coast. Many different firsts. You have like the first black baseball player. I believe that was what was his name? Number 42. Jackie Robinson, and there was a film about Jackie Robinson as well.
Called 42.
Called 42, yeah.
And who did that star? I believe he's going to be appearing in a movie very soon.
I believe that would be Chadwick Boseman.
Black Panther himself.
Now, by the way, before we go any further, I have my phone down here. We are live on Facebook at the time of this taping. We want all of our Facebook people down here to please do chime in. We're talking about Zootopia. We're talking about Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. We're talking about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the Tim Burton version. So please, when I'm looking down, that means I'm looking at my phone. So please do chime in. If you watched it, comment, ask questions. But right now, we're talking about Zootopia. Yep.
So why does Judy have a hard time convincing people that she can be a good cop? Or a cop in general?
Because she's prey. She's a rabbit. Usually in this film, in Zootopia, we're talking about this is like what we call like an anamorphic universe where the animals are standing upright and acting human-like. The thing is that the cops in Zootopia, it's said that only predatory animals can be cops.
Or, at the very least, prey animals that are very big, like the chief.
Yeah, the chief. Yeah,
the chief's not a predator.
Yeah. Well, I believe that would be Chief Bogo. Chief Bogo, played by Idris Elba. Dude, his voice, he's just cool. I love Idris. Not like that.
No, but the crazy thing is that even though it's a movie about combating stereotypes, there's a lot of stereotypes in this movie.
Yeah.
Because it shows that the foxes, are, slick and all that. The weasels cannot be trusted. I mean, the sloths are slow.
Oh, the stereotypes in this movie, damn it.
Yeah, this is how you fight stereotypes with stereotypes, but it's a fun way.
Yeah, Nick Wilde, the fox, played by Jason Bateman, beautifully voiced by Jason Bateman. I mean, fantastic.
And Judy voiced by Jennifer Goodwin.
Oh, Judy Hopps, fantastic. Jennifer Goodwin, excellent job.
And for all of her, talk about trying to, Zootopia's a place where you can be anything you want to be. And, not judging a book by its cover, she does have a little bit of her own prejudices.
Yeah, and it comes out in this one. Now, if you've seen Zootopia, if you haven't seen Zootopia, this is going to be a spoiler, okay? This is going to be a spoiler. What happens is that when she becomes a cop, there are crimes being committed. By people who are supposedly predatorial. Like years ago, the predators, they acted on instinct and it was supposed to be in their DNA, but now we're in Zootopia. Everybody's civil. But there's something going on where predators are going back to the predatorial ways.
Savage
ways. And it's being looked upon as like, oh, this is how predators are. They're just plain savage. Just like the stereotype of, like, you know, all African Americans are thieves and this, that, and the third. All Asians, you know, are this. All Latinos are that, and everything. So that plays into the film when we're talking about the different types of animals.
And one thing I want to point out, the reason that Judy has a thing against foxes stems from a childhood bully that she had.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, and at first when she gets to the police academy,
yeah,
doesn't really do that well.
Right.
And her polar bear, you know, drill instructor constantly is, you know, putting her down.
Right.
But that only motivates her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It motivates her, and all of a sudden she shoots to the top of her class.
Exactly.
Book smarts,
mm-hmm.
fighting, you
mm-hmm.
name it, she's done it.
Right.
At the top of her game. And then the Mayor Lionheart, voiced by
J.K. Simmons. Woo! Well done.
He called, you know, he made a big deal about her being the first, you know, bunny cop.
Yeah.
Which it was, but for him it was more of a political move, because he called it his Mammal Inclusion Initiative. And what does that sound like? What does that sound like to you?
Oh man, that sounds like what is that?
This is the animal version of. They both start with an A.
The affirmative action.
That's
affirmative
right.
action, yeah.
That's right. That's exactly what it
right.
was.
Right.
But of course, she gets to Zootopia, where she wanted to be in the first place.
Right.
She gets stationed there, and immediately the chief puts her on parking duty.
Oh,
and how...
Parking duty.
And trust me, if you have a car, and if y'all have a car, you know how much we hate meter maids. They are the worst.
And she managed to get 200 tickets, what, in an hour?
By noon.
By noon, yeah.
She got 200 tickets. So she basically made 200 enemies.
Oh, but I love what Nick Wilde did, you know, voiced by Jason Bateman, when he basically just scammed and bought that big popsicle.
Oh yeah.
Right, and then took it back, melted it, then froze it again, and then resold it to the hamsters.
He basically turned one big popsicle stick into a bunch of smaller ones.
Exactly.
And then after the hamsters ate those popsicles very fast, they threw the wooden sticks into the trash, and he and his partner collected it, and then sold it as redwood.
Oh man,
but
he was hustling, man.
and he even said it, red-wood, wood that is red.
Right.
So
with regular wood color in the middle, red.
Yeah. So he wasn't lying. He's a hustler.
Man, and there was just a beautiful gem of a part, believe it or not, with Shakira playing Gazelle.
Oh yeah.
And that wonderful speech that she made. And you know, and her being, and being the big pop star. So Shakira played a pop star named Giselle, who's a gazelle.
It's a good song too. It's a you know, catchy pop song, but I like it.
Yeah, try everything.
Yep.
Yeah, try everything. Yeah, and it appears at the end of the film. But I'm gonna tell you something. All in all, I really enjoyed this movie. It was touching. It had that social that social message of classism and racism. And
and you know what? Interesting you say that, because I'm going to segue real quick into an episode that I recently uploaded to YouTube for my other show.
Okay.
Big Rob's Classic Cinema, about
Big Rob's Classic Cinema.
About the Warner Brothers.
Yes.
They made a lot of films that dealt with social issues.
Yes.
So yeah, check that out, and check out Zootopia, because it's got a lot of humor. The DMV scene is funny.
Yeah.
You know, the whole Tommy Chong.
Yeah. Well, Tommy Chong was brilliant.
Tommy Chong, you know, playing that animal. They're at, like, it's basically an au naturel.
Yeah, he's just being himself, and they're walking in and they're seeing animals naked for the first time. But to us human beings, they're just animals.
Yeah.
So
and he even says, like, you know what's weird? Clothes on animals. That's what we were saying. So So yeah, Judy is trying to get out of being a meter maid, and here comes a woman named Mrs. Otterton. It's
Ms. Otterton, yes.
so many animal pun names. It's
Yeah.
so that got on my nerves.
Now we have a viewer here on Facebook. We're also on Facebook Live at the time of this taping. We have my friend Mr. Derek A. Golden, and he said that the wolf howling part was hilarious.
Yes.
Yes, that was amazing. That was really fun.
You know why? Because there's actually a video that I shared on Facebook a while back. It showed, a wolf dog, somebody's pet, watching Zootopia, and he watches the howling scene. All of a sudden, that dog starts howling.
Ooh, yeah.
So it's a true thing. Wolf dogs, huskies, they do freaking howl.
Yeah, and like I said, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. There was something in the film called The Night Howlers, right?
Yeah.
They were saying the way they were saying night howlers, you were thinking that this was an animal or a group of animals, but what it turned out to be is that the reason why these predators were going savage was because of a toxic flower called a night howler. So it wasn't that they were going back to their savage ways. It was just the effects of a toxic flower.
Basically, the effects of a drug.
Yeah.
Because Judy's parents said that one of their family members had it happen to him. He accidentally, ate one of these flowers. All of a sudden, he starts going nuts, and that's when she realized, a bunny that went savage.
And God bless Judy's parents. I mean, when the father was the father was basically like, well, the safest thing to do is to, when you have a dream, just ignore it. Basically, don't if you have big dreams, just don't pursue them and settle for mediocrity. Mediocrity is fine.
And the crazy thing is who is responsible for everything? The mayor's assistant.
Oh, wow.
A little lamb.
A little lamb. Yeah, so to let you know that it ain't always predators.
Voiced by Jenny Slate, who voiced Gidget in Secret Life of Pets, who also voices Tammy on Bob's Burgers.
Yeah.
So, and Jenny Slate actually also dated Chris Evans, Captain America.
Oh.
They dated for a little while a few years ago.
Sweet.
So yeah. She looks fantastic, and she's a great voice actress. And boy, was her character evil. She set up all the predators to basically remake Zootopia with only prey.
One of my favorite scenes, and I'm gonna tell you something. It was what it. I guess maybe when you're watching it, you're like, Raymond S. Percy as Flash.
Oh yeah.
Okay, the sloth.
Flash, 100-yard dash.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing more of a nightmare than to go to a DMV and the workers are sloths.
Look,
okay.
First of all, DMVs are some of the worst places you will ever be in your life.
That's right.
I'm hoping that whatever DMV y'all went to, that whenever it comes time for you to renew your license, hopefully they let you just mail the information in.
Yeah.
And they just mail you a new ID. I mean, because I hate going to the DMV.
Oh God, me too.
And we live in Jersey. The worst one is in Rahway.
Yeah, probably the worst DMV in the entire country.
Yeah.
New Jersey DMV. Oh.
Yeah. So that's why, and they let you mail it in. Mail it in. Trust me, you'll save yourself a lot of headaches. Yeah. You just got to keep the picture you had before. Small price to pay.
Yeah, but all in all, Zootopia was a fun film. It was an enjoyable film, and it's very, very rewatchable. It's like a modern. It's already a modern classic in my eyes.
It made over $1 billion.
Yeah.
And, Nick Wilde at the end is able to become the first ever Fox cop.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
And he and Judy are now partners. So they're going to be the two best cops on the force.
I loved it when they were coming out the building before Wilde became a cop and he had the shades on and he had the badge on. I was like, look, Miami Vice, what's up? He was Sonny Crockett for sure.
So yeah, watch Zootopia. We're hoping that there's a second one that'll come out soon. Although Disney's been in a bit of a legal battle with someone who claimed that Disney ripped off his story. You know, he says that he had a story that was very similar to Zootopia. I think he might have called it that too.
Yeah.
But then, you know, Disney wouldn't take it, and then sometime later they come out with this. So I think the judge might have dismissed the case because he might not have built a strong enough case for it.
Right.
Even though when you look at some of the facts, it does kind of seem like they took a little inspiration
Right.
from it. So
yeah, well, listen.
it's not the first time, too.
Yeah, got to be careful when you're creating something. You know, you check everything.
Research Kimba the White Lion, and you'll see a striking resemblance to the Lion King.
Right.
So.
All right, well, that being said, that concludes our show about Zootopia. Please talk to us in the comments below. Subscribe, tell a loved one, tell a friend. We're H&R Movie Talk. We talk movies. 9 times out of 10, we'll probably be talking about a film that you've seen or maybe not seen, but after you hear us talk about it, you're going to want to see it. So please hit that subscribe button, tell people about it, and we will see you on the next video. And in the meantime,
don't kick our seats.
and please be quiet in the movie theater. See you in the next video.